And I was very touched by your undaunted presence that you stood up and also you raised your fist high in the sky.
そこの背後にそのように確信されたに違いないと思ったことです。
And as I looked at the photo, I realized that through that experience, you realized your mission, namely, you're going to win the election, and also you're going to pursue your signature initiative of Make America Great Again, and also you will redouble your efforts to bring peace to the world. And that is why God saved you in that experience.
Thank you very much.
大統領閣下がメイクアメリカグレーターゲイというふうにおっしゃっておられますが、それは
And I understand that that actually reflects your deep compassion. And just like you, since I took office as Prime Minister of Japan, I have been advocating my goal of regional revitalization and also local revitalization.
Now, 非常に緊密な関係にありますが、それはすべて第一次トランプ政権において大統領閣下と今は亡き安倍総理大臣、そのお二人によってその礎が築かれた、そのように私は承知いたしております。
At this juncture, I am proud of the very good relationship between Japan and the United States. There is a very close partnership. Enable people to have their dream and their hope.
Thank you very much. That was beautiful. And I just want to say that Shinzo was a great friend of mine. So sad. I couldn't have felt worse when that happened to him, that horrible event. But he also was a friend of yours, and he had tremendous respect for you. Came and visited at Mar-a-Lago She was terrifically impressed by the job you're doing, and I thought it was very nice. But Shinzo had tremendous regard for you, and I know that you were a good friend of his too, so it's just an honor on his behalf even to say it's just an honor.
なったことは私にとっても非常に悲しい事態でありました。本当に最悪な、私にとって最悪な日で、また、ひどい出来事でありました。私が、理解しているのは、私の知り合い、友人でもありましたけども、安倍元総理は石破総理のことをとても尊敬していたと私は聞いております。これは安倍元総理、そしてご夫人も言っておられたことですけども、非常に尊敬をして今、総理が行っている業務等について感銘を受けていると聞いております。マーラードでご夫人に会った時もそのように聞いております。ですので、この私の親しい友人が尊敬されていた総理
Not only among politicians, but also general public, business leaders.
彼はいわゆる外務大臣の長い友人でありますけれども、彼もこの間アルトマン氏と一緒に私面会をいたしましたが、アメリカに多くの投資をこれからするのだというふうに申しておりました。
Another example, a longtime friend of my foreign minister, Minister Iwaya. He also had a chance to see me together with Mr. Altman, CEO of OpenAI, and Masa.
4年間連続して世界一位であります。
For the United States in the last 5 consecutive years.
これもこれから先もっと伸ばしていきたいと考えております。
Thank you.
deficit. We have about $100 billion deficit with Japan, which I'm not surprised because you're very good negotiators, I will say. But we want to work on that and get that down to even equality, I call it. Let's be equal. So I think we'll be able to do that pretty easily. And that's pretty much what I want to do. I want to get other countries also to equality with the United States in terms of deficits. And I think we'll be able to do that very routinely.
ですので、こういった業務というものはこれからもどんどん進んでいくことを期待します。トヨタ氏ですけれども、私は彼に会ったこともありますし、彼は私の友人でもあります。ぜひとも彼によろしくお伝えしていただければと思います。また、貿易赤字に関してなんですけれども、今、日米の間で100億ドルほどの貿易赤字があります。これは日本が素晴らしい交渉力を持っているからだと思うんですけれども、これを均衡に戻す必要があると思いまして、これは各国とも私は常に言っていることですけれども、貿易をその均衡に戻す、これが一つの私の策でもあります。
To what extent will you discuss North Korea today, sir?
That'll always be a topic, especially with Japan. We will be discussing North Korea and many other things. We'll be spending pretty much the day, but that's always a topic.
Mr. President, have you changed your mind about the sale of U.S. Steel?
No, I think we're going to be discussing that today. No, I haven't, and I hear we'll have some pretty good information on that. You might want to go, please.
そのことに関しても今日話をします。
Have you? Okay.
President, are tariffs an option if the deficit doesn't get to equilibrium or to equality?
Yes, they are.
関税については均衡戻らない場合はどうなるんですか？
Mr. President, can you discuss what your plan is for reciprocal trade? Are you signing an EO on that today?
I'll be announcing that next week, and many other things having to do not even with trade but other things. But I'll be talking about reciprocal trade sometime next week. We'll have a news conference and we'll lay it out. It affects everybody, yeah. Reciprocal, yeah. We'll be talking about that next week.
伺いたいんですけれども、今関税を課すという話になってるんですけど、関税が課されることについてはどのように考えていらっしゃいますか？
お互いにそれが利益になるようにということが重要。
We'll be having, I think it'll be very easy for Japan. We have a fantastic relationship. I don't think we'll have any problem whatsoever. They want fairness also.
日本は素晴らしい。
very little being put to good use. Every single line that I look at in terms of events and transactions is either corrupt or ridiculous. And we're going to be doing that. No deliberations. It's been very well received, where basically the United States would view it as a real estate transaction, where we'll be an investor in that part of the world, and no rush to do anything. We wouldn't need anybody there. It would be supplied and given to us by Israel. They'll watch it in terms of security. We're not talking about boots in the ground or anything, but I think the fact that we're there, that we have an investment there, I think would go a long way to creating peace. We don't want to see everybody move back and then move out in 10 years. This has been going on for 50 years, much more than that. In the area for very little money, very little price, and we wouldn't need soldiers at all. That will be taken care of by others. And the investments are taken care of by others also. So for no investment, I mean virtually no investment whatsoever, it would bring stability to the area, and others can invest in it later on. But we're in no rush on it. There's absolutely no rush.
President Trump, do you believe DeepSeek is a national security threat, and how do you plan to collaborate on AI initiatives?
On where?
DeepSeek, do you believe it's a national security threat?
No, I think it's happening. I mean, it's a technology that's happening. It's actually, I think we're going to benefit if it's correct what's going on than people originally thought. That's a good thing. I view that as a very good development, not a bad development.
Mr. President, on autos specifically, in your first term, you tried to tariff autos. Is that on the table still? Are you trying to do that in your second administration?
Europe is putting up much less money than us, NATO, Europe, call it whatever you want. And we're at probably 300 billion plus, and they're at probably, the real number is 100 billion. That's a lot of money, but it's 200 billion less than us, and there's an ocean in between. And they need it more than us, so we're asking them to equalize and get even. But we're also asking President Zelensky for the security of, we're putting all this money up, and we're saying, where does it stop? And yet, we want to see it out to an end. We want to see it end. But we are going to be asking for the security. We've already told amount of where our money, more money, and it got out of hand, just like NATO. NATO we were paying almost 100% of NATO when I first came in. Everybody was taking advantage of the old United States, but not anymore.